So you've entered into the lottery for the Dream for All program. Well, what happens if you don't get selected? And that's going to be very much a good reality for a good amount of people. And I really do hope that if you enter into the lottery that you do get it. But just in case you don't get the lottery, there are other options available to you from CalHFA. And also too as well, if you don't qualify for the Dream for All program because you don't meet the first generation buyer requirement, that doesn't discount you from receiving additional assistance programs that CalHFA might have to offer. Hi, how's it going? My name is Sunny Alcazar. I am a mortgage advisor local to Southern California, San Diego specifically, and I'm very familiar with the CalHFA program, and I want to share with you what you can actually pursue if you don't get selected for the California Dream for All program, where California gives you 20% down. All is not lost. We can still find solutions to help you lower the barrier in terms of cash to purchase a home by utilizing these assistance programs that are available through CalHFA. One specific program that I'm very familiar with and advocate for when it comes to assistance programs being used for first-time home buyers is the MyHome Assistance Program by CalHFA. Okay, it is covering your down payment. They do charge you interest on it. It's only 1% simple interest, so it doesn't defeat the purpose of homeownership at all. And they only have a first-time home buyer requirement along with an income limit. And mind you, the first-time home buyer requirement is, you can't have owned a property for 3 years or been on title for a home for the past 3 years. Okay. They do still have income limits that I'll share with you what that looks like here. So here are the income limits for 2025, 2026. You can't be making more than $211,000 in Los Angeles. San Diego, you can't be making more than $258,000. Riverside, no more than $205,000. And then Orange County, no more than $270,000 in order to use these assistance programs that CalHFA has to offer. Okay. So those are the big main requirements. Obviously, there is also credit score requirements too as well that will play a factor to how much you get pre-approved for when using these programs. But once again, it is assistance, and they're giving you assistance for the down payment. It's a 1% simple interest that they charge you over time. The only time that you can actually pay off the mortgage is when you sell or when you refinance. Okay, so essentially you're borrowing the future from the future equity of your home. But I'm going to show you how it stacks up against the California Dream for All program. So if you don't get selected, this is a solution for you. And with the right team, you are able to negotiate some pretty amazing terms that can make home ownership more in reach or slightly more in reach than you were before. Okay, so let's look at the numbers. So when we look at the comparison of Dream for All in this specific program, the MyHome Assistance, right? So with the Dream for All, if you get the 20% down, you're going to have a monthly payment of $3,652 at a $600,000 price point. And then your cash to close, your closing costs are still $23,680. Okay. Well, the CalHFA, it does have a slightly lower interest rate than the Dream for All. You're not seeing that reflected here because it's the blended rate. But at $600,000, your monthly payment is going to be $560 more because we're doing only minimum down, 3%. Then your cash to close is going to be $26,893. So not too far off from where the Dream for All would have put you at. The biggest difference is going to be the monthly payment. Okay. Now, if you're able to negotiate $10,000 in seller credit, right, which currently in this market as of February 2026 is possible. When rates come down, it could be different. But if you can negotiate a $10,000 credit, that can bring your cash to close requirement for a $600,000 price point to $16,800. Okay. So once again, this is an option for you if you don't get selected for the Dream for All. Okay. The My Home Assistance isn't a bad program. I still think, well, let me show you here. I still think long-term wise, when it comes to owning a home, right, your net worth, this is the most important part here. This is the trajectory that you set yourself up for when it comes to being a homeowner here in California. Sure, you're getting assistance, but after 10 years, if you do decide to sell, this is the money before taxes that you'd be grossing. Actually, you're not going to tax any capital gains here because if you're married, you actually have an exemption up to 500K. Okay. So this is the trajectory that you are making on your finances over the next 10 years that renting will never give you the option to do. Okay. So all's not lost. If you do not get accepted for the California Dream for All program, this is a program that we can look into. And this should be something that you should be also preparing for when you apply for the Dream for All program and enter into the lottery, is looking at this additional option here for you and for home ownership, right? If you want to come up with a game plan and if you want more information around this and to find out what the specific details are for your qualifications, let's schedule a call. You can find the description in the link. You can set up a time with me, either a phone call or a Zoom call. I'll chat over what are the next steps in the process for you to figure out what these numbers might look like for you. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and we'll chat soon. Bye.